Alright, so we got the moon in Gemini at the moment. So you already know when the moon is in Gemini, that means the moon needs you to react and respond, and of course, put your perspective and of course seeds towards generating, waxing. So when the moon is basically in Gemini, the moon needs you to go ahead and of course react and respond towards sharing ideas, being more communicative, being more open-minded, being more open towards learning, and of course utilizing your intellect, and of course putting yourself into a circumstance situation, of course opening, having open conversations, or having curiosity, or putting yourself into a situation of pretty much sharing what you learn, of course being open to share what others learn, and how y'all can basically connect, and of course work things out, and of course push things to the next level. Now, with the moon being in Gemini right now, for me, Mars is left Gemini, so Mars basically is in Cancer now. So, but we still gonna be basically feeling a little bit of effects of the Mars and Gemini energies during being at us on still on the cusp a little bit. The Mars into Cancer in the next for about 3 degrees, and of course you're definitely gonna be feeling that passion, that motive when it comes to where you ever have Cancer at in your charts, and we're gonna basically get into that perspective. But right now, the Moon in Gemini is basically bringing the sextile towards the sun in Aries. So that means we're going to basically reacting and responding towards opportunities where we can share ideas, share our passions, share goals, share motives, and direct it towards things that truly matters. Now, we're going to break down these energies, and we're going to basically see what's going on, how it's going to be affecting you, and of course how you can utilize these energies to pretty much get you to the get you to your 1-2. Now, with the moon sextile and Mercury at the moment, we're going to have opportunities to react and respond in a more manner of ideas, intellect, and expanding our ideas and intellect and passions and desires. For me, so we're going to pretty much be combining what we react and respond to, and we're going to be pretty much pushing that off. So that means we got opportunities to react and respond towards what makes us so comfortable when it comes to communication, sharing ideas, and of course utilizing our intellect and our passion and desires, and of course having a bold perspective of pretty much going after that, chasing it. We also got the moon sextile Chiron at the moment, so we're gonna have opportunities to react and respond towards meetable and exchangeable ways, dealing with intellect and past trauma that we pretty much had encountered with a person, place, or thing. We're gonna pretty much be feeling the need to share that. But we're gonna utilize this energy and this perspective to pretty much love, nurture, and care others. For me, and also you could be the one that's the healer or the one that's helping people. We also got Mercury conjunct Jupiter right now, so that means we're gonna have this powerful, strong expansion when it comes to our words of when it comes to our boldness, our way of thinking, our way of pushing off ideas, and of course the way we pretty much expand our way of thinking and communicating and sharing ideas and passions, or sharing a goal, or sharing an experience together. We're gonna be pretty much looking at the bigger picture when it comes to our words and the way you think, communicate, and of course annualize. But when Mercury is in Aries, you pretty much don't really have time to analyze. You only have time to pretty much shoot your shot when it comes to your mental pursuits, and of course, what you pushing and aiming your concentration and penetration. We also got Mercury conjunct Chiron, so that means pretty much we're gonna be pretty much utilizing our mentalities to get us out of a flunk, or to get us out of some form of hurt or trauma or critical conditions during the time. So that means you can pretty much you're gonna have the power to speak highly of getting yourself out of a situation or getting yourself out of a road bump. Or this could be vice versa. You can pretty much having trauma on your mind so much that you're going to be experiencing more of that trauma, because when you got a conjunction and Mercury, and you got a conjunction dealing with Chiron, and you got Jupiter in that perspective, whatever's on your heart and your mind, you will basically be expanding and, of course, experiencing that physical relief or that mental relief wherever you have it at in your charts, dealing with Aries. We also got Mars trine Saturn. So we're gonna have the gift to react and respond to. We're gonna have this gift to boldly initiate new ways on how to deal with our feelings and emotions, and loving and nurturing and caring our dreams and imaginations and fantasies, dealing with home, family, privacy, and of course wherever we have Saturn at. So that means we're gonna have this gift to structure ourselves and get real serious. But also, this is not pretty much good alignment right here, because Mars is dealing with your passions and your desires, and with Mars being in Cancer, Mars full of sleeps in Cancer. It's pretty much in a situation where it gotta do where it don't want to do. And you got Saturn, which Mars and Saturn, these two planets don't really have no form of connection. See, Mars is Mars love going to the extremes when it comes to Saturn, but Saturn also is kind of like a way to, of course, sleep a little when it comes to Mars, because Mars want to do things impulsively. Mars want to do things quickly. Mars want to get things done. But being that Mars is in, but being that Cancer is here, Cancer is pretty much here to slow things down. Of course, make sure Mars is not pretty much jumping off the porch, and make sure that the cars that's coming is not putting themselves in situations of pretty much putting you in an accident or putting you into a situation of going through a transformational moment. We got Saturn and Pisces. So basically, with Saturn being in Pisces, it's putting us into a situation of pretty much utilizing our dreams to make it a reality. Also, we got Sun square Mars right now. So that means we're gonna be pretty much learning how to take action towards initiating new ways on how to feel and see about our desires, goals, and passions, ambitions, and gifts, and put that passion, desire, and motivation towards home, family, and privacy. So that means you gotta learn how to take action in uncomfortable situations that will your passions and your desires, and that will home and family. So that means we also gonna be going through some form of conflict, wherever you have Aries and wherever you have Cancer. So that means you got to go to that learning aspect. We also got the Sun sextile and Pluto. So with the Sun sextile Pluto, the Sun is pretty much put in some situations of opportunities to initiate new ways on how to feel and see when it comes to our desires, passion, motives, and of course, transforming the way we associate ourselves and bring our uniqueness and originality in this world. So with Pluto in Aquarius at the moment, Pluto is low key in the cusp of Aquarius and low key in the cusp of Capricorn. So whenever that's there, it wants to take full control over our associations, our connection towards the world, and us on a general totality, and changing unexpected changes and revolutionary perspectives. We also got Moon sextile Jupiter. So with the Moon sextile in Jupiter, you're gonna have a comfortable need to react or respond towards conversating and sharing experiences. So that means your way of thinking and communicating and analyzing is gonna have opportunities to go ahead and expand. I mean, so whatever you put in the moon will be expanding with Jupiter. So be aware of what you're reacting, responding to, and of course what you're expanding on. Make sure it's positive things and not negative things. Not just like I was saying, you got Jupiter sextile Chiron. So with Jupiter sextile Chiron, you're going to be expanding trauma or expanding away from trauma that has caused you. We also got Sun conjunct Mercury. So that means we're going to be pretty much jumping off the porch when it comes to expressing what's on our mind and not holding around or beating around the bush. This can be pretty much independently or directly. We also got Sun conjunct Jupiter. So we're going to be pretty much shedding light on experiences and meanings and reasons and purposes and desires. We're pretty much moving forward with that aspect. We also got the Sun conjunct Neptune. So of course we're going to be shining light on our fantasies and illusions during this time. And we also got Sun conjunct Chiron. So we're going to be shining light on areas and locations where we pretty much went through some form of, hurt, trauma, or pain. Or it's gonna be pretty much acting out, or you're gonna be pretty much acting out trauma and pain. But you're gonna be having a good way of hiding it too. Man. We also got Venus conjunct Uranus. So with Venus conjunct Uranus, we're dealing with the power of valuing and nurturing and caring ourselves in stable, safety, comfortable ways. But we're also gonna be doing this in our unique way. We're also gonna have the power to go to unexpected changes and things we love and appreciate and desire. Mars squared Neptune. So we're gonna have a learning aspect dealing with our desires and passions. We need to learn how to. So Mars is pretty much just in Gemini, so that's bringing the square. So we need to learn how to communicate and analyze our dreams in a critical perspective, on a daily perspective, in a daily routine and manner. We got the moon. Yeah, and that's pretty much the aspects of basically what's going on. Now we're gonna basically get into your houses and how you're gonna be basically getting affected, what you're gonna be reactive responding to, what you need to take action towards, your opportunities, your oppositions, your squares, your sextiles, your trines, and of course, your ups and downs, your falls and debilitatedness. Also, we have the moon. If you have the moon in Gemini in your first house, that means the moon in Gemini is going to take the shape and form of your personal life. So, what does the moon need you to do? The moon needs you to start planting seeds and reacting, responding towards being meetable and adaptable when it comes to your personal life, personal communications, personal interaction, personal curiosity, personal ways of sharing ideas with the personal people, places, and things in your life. See, it's going to be playing. It's going to be playing out a strong conjunction when it comes to your personal life. Now, the sun is in Aries, so you have Aries in your 11th house. So that means you need to utilize your first house and your 11th house, which is going to basically bring opportunities for you to personally associate yourself when it comes to communicating and socializing when it comes to your associates, your friends, your groups, and your acquaintances. Now, the areas and locations where you may have self doubt in your life or manifest self doubt is going to be your ninth house. Your experiences, your experiences, and how you pretty much put yourself in a circumstance situation. And also, your fall is going to be in your 12th house, your dreams, imaginations, and fantasies and delusions. So basically, be aware of those houses. Those going to basically be the houses that you may basically, self doubt yourself or put yourself into a circumstance situation, dealing with some ups and downs. Also, your oppositions and the people, places, and things that may oppose you or try to utilize meanings, reasons, and purposes is going to come from your 7th house, your relationships, aka the people, places, things that you have relationships with, and your 7th house dealing with Sagittarius. Now, the houses and locations where you need to learn, where you're going to be learning from, is going to be dealing with your home, family, privacy, and comfortability, and your status and career and goals. Your opportunity is going to come within your 3rd house, your way of communicating, and of course, your 11th house, who you associate yourself with. And your trines and your gifts is going to come from your 5th house, the way you express yourself, and your 9th house, looking at the bigger picture. Now, if you have Sagittarius and if you have Gemini in your 2nd house, Gemini is going to take the shape and form within your 2nd house to make you react and respond towards valuing and appreciating your way of communicating and pretty much sharing ideas with the people, places, and things that you have connections with. Now, the house and locations that you are going to basically be going to opportunities is going to be your 12th house. That means you need to share ideas and about the things you value and associate that when it comes to your dreams, your imaginations, your fantasies, and you going to sleep. Also, I'm gonna make a video about how you can make your dreams come true when it comes to that perspective for all zodiac signs. But we've been doing that every day, but basically how you can utilize that consistent routine to pretty much make things happen in your perspective. We also got if you have Sagittarius in your 8th, watch out, you're gonna have oppositions that's gonna come from your 8th house. People, places, and things, circumstances, situations, oppositions that's going to have meanings and reasons and purposes when it comes to your privacy and your secrets. Watch out from that. You're going to go through some ups and downs and some falls when it comes to your 8th house or in your 11th house. Self doubts as well. Be aware of that, trying to push yourself into that situation. Now, you're going to be learning. You're going to go through learning experiences when it comes to your 5th house and your 11th house for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Census. Also, you're going to have opportunities that's going to come your way, which you can utilize your 4th house and your 12th house. And your gifts is going to basically be resonated towards your 6th house and your 10th house. Work, health, and routines in your career and goals. Now, if you have Gemini in your 3rd house, by default, you're going to have a strong conjunction here. So what does this mean? So that means you're going to have the power and control to react and respond towards 3rd house, aka that's where the constellation of Gemini is at. So you're going to be reacting and responding towards powerful conversations and communications dealing with your environment, your surroundings, your friends, the way you think, communicate, and analyze, and of course, what you do on a day-to-day basis when it comes to your perspective. Now, you're going to have the sun in Aries, which is in your 1st house. So that means you pretty much need to utilize your environment and personally direct your desires and your goals and passions of your way of communicating and for sharing ideas with others. Watch out, your opposition is going to come from your 9th house. People, places, and things that's going to bring experiences your way when it comes to them questioning or having you needed a need to have a meaning and reason when it comes to your belief, your wisdom and knowledge, and how you expand and get from your 1-2 from a long distance perspective. Now, your falls and your ups and downs are going to be in your 7th house, your relationships, and your 10th house, your status, your career, your goals, and of course, what you're known for. Also, you're going to be going through learning experiences when it comes to your 6th house, learning how to put yourself into a situation of learning how to be organized and also learn how to utilize your status, career, and goals, and and learn how to put yourself in situations of being changeable when it comes to your status, career, and goals. That's Pisces energy, Saturn and Pisces. That's how it's going to square you. Also, you're going to have opportunities which you're going to utilize within your fifth house, the way you express yourself, in your first house, your personal expressions. Your gifts is going to come from your seventh house, your relationships with people, places, and things, and your 11th house, the way you associate yourself and in the world. Also, if you have if you have Gemini in your fourth house, it's going to take the shape and form to have you uh, develop new seeds that's going to be reacting and responding towards home, comfortability, family, safety, and security, which you have a Pisces ascendant. Now, you need to take that conversation with your home, family, and privacy and gear that towards your second house, the things you value, the people you value, and of course, what you're working on, what you're trying to stabilize and build, which is for Aries season. So you're going to go to the extremes with these energies as well, so be aware of that. Now, your oppositions are going to come from your 10th house, status, career, goals, or authorities in that area and location. So watch out. Don't run into no situations of trouble. You're also going to have some ups and downs dealing with your fourth, you're dealing with your sixth house and your ninth house. Be aware of that as well. Also, you're gonna be going through learning aspects where you need to learn how to put yourself into a circumstance situation of expressing yourself and also expanding and looking at the bigger picture when it comes to the aspects of your life. Also, you're gonna have opportunities that's gonna come your way when it comes to your work health and routines and the things that you are building on and planting seeds at. And also, you're gonna have gifts that's gonna come your way when it comes to dealing with your eighth house, desires, secrets, and of course your 12th house, your dreams and fantasies. Also, if you have Gemini in your fifth house, you're gonna be placed into a circumstance situation of reacting and responding towards being mutable and changeable and adaptable when it comes to your way of expressing your mind, the way you're expressing your mentalities, and the way you express your ideas, and the way you share conversations with different places and things. Now you're gonna have Aries in your third house, so that's gonna bring opportunities. You're gonna have opportunities to express yourself within your friends, your environment, and the people, places, and things that you have connections with. Also, you're gonna be dealing with some oppositions in your 11th house. So people, places, and things that need meanings, reasons, and purposes towards what you associate, who associate yourself with, your groups, friends, and people that you have public affairs with, or your social status. Your falls is gonna come from your fifth house and your eighth house. Your expressions, your fun and your entertainment and your enjoyment, and of course your secrets. Your squares is gonna come from your home, family, and your secrets. Your opportunities is going to come from your relationships and the things that's in your environment, and also your trines and your gifts is going to come from your experiences and your personal life. Now if you have Gemini in your sixth house, it don't really do well in this constellation, but also it's a square, it's a learning aspect. So Capricorn, you're going to be placed into a circumstance situation of learning how to take the shape and form of Gemini in your sixth house, to learn how to pretty much put yourself into a situation of learn how to be more mutable and adaptable and mobile and fluidly when it comes to thinking and communicating about work health and routines and dealing with your desires of coworkers, sharing ideas and conversation with coworkers and communicate with them. Now you're gonna have opportunities to take those ideas and those conversations and direct it towards your fourth house, taking initiative action towards home, family, comfortability, and safety and security and desires in that area. Now your oppositions and your obstacles is going to come from your dreams, your imagination, the fantasy. So you may basically dream about obstacles that you're basically going to be basically dealing with when it comes to your way of sleeping and your comfort zone, or however you doze off, or your subconscious. You're going to have the subconscious tick within your internal fluids. Now your falls and your ups and downs is going to be basically geared towards your home, family, and comfortability, and also your seventh house, your relationships and the relationships that you have, the one-on-one relationships. Now, yes, your learning aspects is going to be based upon your third house, your environment, and your seventh house, your relationships. Your sixth house and your opportunities are going to come from your eighth house, your secret desires, and your fourth house, your private home and family. And also, your gifts and your trines is going to be coming from your 10th house, your status, your career, your goals, your reputation, which you're known for, and your second house, aka your status, your career, and your goals that you can utilize those 10th house qualities and focus on building and taking time towards what you're working on. Of course, what you're trying to focus your pinpoints on. So that's basically going to be the energies for you as well. Feel me? And now we about to basically get to the seventh house, which is Sagittarius ascendant. Now, Sagittarius ascendants. Also, yeah, like I was saying, if you have Sagittarius and you're if you have Gemini in your seventh house with Sagittarius ascendants about a fourth, your your seventh house, aka you're gonna be manifesting. You're gonna be pushing off oppositional energies, and of course, you're gonna be basically the one that's opposite or manifesting opposition, aka obstacles in your seventh house. Because you're on the opposite end. You're in the wrong neighborhood. All right, so basically in this house of constellations, so you're gonna have the gift and the opposition that you're gonna basically be utilizing. Now, you got Aries in your fifth house. So you need to utilize your relationships and direct. You need to have new conversations and new ways of dealing with your relationships one on one, and put that in your romance, your love affairs, and your entertainment, and your fun, and of course your enjoyment, which is your opportunities. And you're gonna be the one that's being the opposer or manifesting opposing energies within your personal life. Also, your foes and your ups and downs are going to be dealing with your environment and things that you're doing day to day on a daily schedule. Also, your squares and your learning aspects is you're gonna be learning how to put patience towards stability, and you'll be learning how to utilize your work health routine methods in better ways, perfect ways. You're also gonna be basically dealing with opportunities, but you can look at the bigger picture in your ninth house. You can deal with opportunities that's gonna bring excitement within your fifth house. You're also gonna basically have gifts that you can utilize with your associations and what you publicly push out there in the world. And you're also gonna have gifts within your environment. So use your environment and the things that's in it to get you from point A to point B. Also, if you have Gemini in your eighth house, you a Scorpio ascendant. So you're gonna be placed into a situation and a circumstance of taking the shape and form to thinking, communicating in a private, deep manner, and having strong connections when it comes to your mental pursuits. With a person, place, and thing that you have shared powerful passions and desires. You're also gonna be thinking and communicating a whole lot about sexual desires. You're also going to go through some transformation when it comes to your mental pursuits. Also, you got Aries in your sixth house. So that means you need to react and respond towards private conversations and put those private conversations towards your sixth house for routines and things that you're doing on a daily basis. So you need to utilize your occult and your mysticism. And you're going to have opportunities to utilize your occult mysticism and be direct. Now, also, your oppositions is going to come from your second house. The people, places, and things that you value or that value you when it comes to your meanings, your reasons, your purposes, and of course, your money, your resources, and material. Also, your ups and downs is going to be in your second house and your fifth house. Your conflicts and your squares are going to be dealing with your personal life and your fifth house. Also, your opportunities is going to come within your 10th house and your sixth house, and your trines and your gifts is going to come from your 12th house and your 4th house. So be aware of those energies that you can utilize. Also, if you have Gemini in your ninth house, by default, you are 180, aka you're already on the opposite end. Gemini already messes with this constellation, but of course, it's compatible when it comes to the differences and their polarities. Now, you're going to be placed into a circumstance situation of utilizing Gemini in your ninth house towards being mutable and adaptable and changeable towards beliefs, religions, spiritualities, higher learning, and educational purposes. Now you need to utilize the ninth house, and take the action in the shape and form in your seventh house when it comes to your relationships, relating that towards people, places, and things, and compromising with people, places, and things. Your oppositions is going to come from your third house, your environment, your surroundings, people, places, and things that's in it, neighbors, and things of that perspective. Those are going to be your oppositions. Also, the areas and locations that you're going to experience some ups and downs is going to be your first house and your fourth house. Also, the area and location that you're going to be going to learning aspects and learning experiences is going to be your 12th house, your dreams, and your fourth house, your home family. Also, you're going to have opportunities that you can utilize dealing with your associations, your groups, your friends, and your networking skills, and of course, your relationships and one-on-one relationships. Also, you're going to have gifts that you can utilize when it comes to your personality, your personal life, and of course, the way you express yourself. If you have Gemini in your 10th house, you are a Virgo ascendant. So by default, you're also dealing with misunderstandings, but also a learning aspect as well. So you need to utilize the 10th house in Gemini to communicate and conversate about career goals and statuses, or pretty much conversations about that, how you can pretty much be around with the individuals that have a career and status and goals that you and others are working on. Now, You got Aries in your 8th house. So you need to take actions on that in a very private manner, aka stay down until you come up. And also your opposition, your obstacles are going to be coming from home, family, and privacy during this time. Now your falls and your ups and downs are going to be basically coming from your 12th house, dreams, imaginations, fantasies, and your 3rd house, your environment and your surroundings. Also, the areas and locations that you're going to be going through some conflict and learning aspects is going to be your 11th house, who you learn how to associate yourself with people, places, and things, and learn how to think, communicate, and analyze. And your opportunity is going to be coming from your dreams, imaginations, and fantasies, and your secret desires. And your trines and your gifts is going to be coming from your 2nd house, the gift to be stable, practical, and organized when it comes to your 6th house. And if you have Gemini in your 11th house, you a Leo ascendant. So by default, you're going to have this gift to take the shape and form towards communicating and conversating about your groups, friends, acquaintances, and how you organize and structure your group. So pretty much share ideas and have conversation when it comes to your groups, your friends, your alliances, your army, or your social statuses. You're also going to basically replace it to circumstance situations of having Aries in the 9th house. So take action towards that when it comes to spirituality, belief, hope, faith. And your opposition is going to come from your love, your romance, and your excitement, things that bring fun, entertainment, and enjoyment within your life. Your ups and downs are going to be your 11th house and your 2nd house. Your squares and your conflicts and learning aspects is going to be coming from your 10th house and your 2nd house. Your opportunities are going to come from your 1st house and your 9th house. And of course, your gifts and your triumphs are going to come from your 3rd house and your 7th house. Then last but not least, if you have Gemini in the 12th house, it don't really do well here. You're also a Cancer ascendant, so you're going to be placed into a learning aspect. What does that mean? So you need to learn how to conversate and communicate in a subconscious manner, or dealing with your subconscious, getting your dream journal, writing down your dreams, writing down your ideas with people, places, and things that you share a connection with, a strong connection with, people, places, and things that can understand you, not understand you, not staying under you. Also, you also be placed into situations and circumstance situations of taking your dreams, imaginations, and fantasies and taking action towards that when it comes to your opportunities of Aries in the 10th house. So your career, your goals, your status, and what you're known for, you need to go ahead and, of course, take your dreams and add that towards your career, your goals, what you're trying to achieve and accomplish. Also, your oppositions and your ops is going to be coming from your work, health, and routines and things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Your ups and downs can be your status, career, your goals, and your responsibilities in your 1st house, your personal life. Also, your squares and your learning aspects is going to be placed is going to be in the 9th house, taking higher, taking bigger steps and climbing the ladder, and your 1st house, your personal life. Your opportunities are going to come when it comes to the things you value, the people, places, and things you value, and of course, your career, your goals, and your status, and what you're known for. And also, you're going to have gifts that you can utilize when it comes to your 4th house, home, privacy, and of course, your 8th house, secret, and amount. That's going to basically be the energies for Gemini, and of course, we're about to get into tarot. So tarot got to say for you. All right, we're about to get into you the reading tarot cards for Gemini. So what does the moon Gemini need you to do, and what does the sun and Aries need you to act on? So we're gonna start off with Aries. I'm gonna what does the moon and Gemini need you to do, and what does the sun and Aries need you to act on? The moon and Gemini need you to value your feelings and emotions, or value some form of connection and intimacy with a person, place, or thing. And what does the sun and Aries need you to pretty much act on? Shit. Does the sun and Aries need you to take action to why you have it? Cups. Figure that out right now. All right. Got the 3 of Cups. So you need to take action towards your emotional connection and the people, places, and things that you hang around with. So we're dealing with 5 energy. And we're going to see what are the opportunities that you have or Aries when it comes to the opportunities are pretty much dealing with ideas. Either you're going to be manifesting situations, circumstances, people, places, and things, stealing your ideas, or you pretty much need to be on the outside looking in when it comes to that. Self-esteem energy you're dealing with. So you're dealing with someone in the Pisces, where you need to utilize the Gemini energies. We got 12 here, so let's run it. you need to utilize the mutable and mutable, adaptable perspective on the sun. So use the moon energies. Now, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, we're going to see what the moon and Gemini need you to do, and what the Sun, Aries needs you to do, and the opportunities that come with these energies. All right. So, Moon and Gemini need you to initiate new ways on how to deal with your desires, your passions, and your motives. Give your grand support in that perspective. The Queen of Wands needs you to be open to receiving grand support when it comes to your desires and your passions. So what you're pushing off, you're going to be basically getting back. So get rid of that Taurus. So of course, you got the Four of Wands. You got the you got the Four of Wands. So pretty much, you need to take action towards structuralizing your comfort zone, or your own family and security. We're gonna see why you got these cards. We're gonna see what the moon, what the Sun of Aries needs you to take initiative on, or Taurus, someone and Sun. Sun of Aries needs you to pretty much take the initiative towards desires dealing with your. You need to pretty much take direct action towards your desires and things that you spend time towards when it comes to your goals. And we're gonna see what are the opportunities that you have for you for Taurus. What are the opportunities that Taurus have? Okay, so you got opportunities to get your heart broken. You also got Uranus and Taurus. North Node and Venus and Taurus, of course. We're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna add this up and see what kind of energies you're dealing with. You're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Ascendant Cancer. For Mars and Cancer, you need to utilize the Mars and Cancer energy, or you get your heart broken by Cancer during this time. So be aware. Or it could be vice versa. You could be breaking the Taurus heart, or breaking the Cancer heart. We're gonna see what's up with you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. What does the Moon in Gemini, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant to do during this phase? What does the Moon in Gemini, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant do? All right. The Moon in Gemini needs you to also value your emotional connections with a person, place, or thing, just like Aries. Now, what the Sun of Aries needs you, Gemini, to do? What does the Sun of Aries need you, Gemini, to basically do? Sun of Aries wants you to expand your emotional connection and pretty much have comfort, comfort zone of form of freedom. So we did it with 11 energy. Now we're gonna see what the opportunities Gemini have. What all the opportunities that Gemini have? Oh shit. Gemini, you got the opportunity to get stabbed in the back during this time. So watch out from a person, place, or thing for me, because you're gonna be carrying. You pretty much. What does this mean? You got a dark cloud over your shoulders. So Gemini, someone to be on the lookout. So you got opportunities to basically manifest them. Yes, 10 plus 9 plus 2. So you're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Ascendant Gemini. So Gemini, just be yourself during this time. I mean, that's it. Just be yourself. That's what you gotta do. Now we're gonna see what's up with Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. What does the Moon in Gemini need you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant? The Moon in Gemini wants you to be receiving and open towards receiving grand support during the time when it comes to intellect and conversation. We're gonna see where I got the Queen of Swords, and we're gonna see what the Sun of Aries need, or you Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant to act on. Sun of Aries want you to fumble. They don't want you to fumble the bag, but they want you to value and, of course, juggle the bag. So juggle the bag when it comes to the money, resources, material, Cancer. Now we're gonna see what are the opportunities that Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant have with this energy. All right. Cancers, you could be the fool during this time. Being that Mars just went to Cancer, you could be the fool. You could be pretty much doing things, taking risks, and not even second guessing yourself. So be aware. You're dealing with a Sun, Moon, Ascendant Leo, so you need to utilize the Leo energy. Fix fire, fixate on your own ways of filling the team, self-centered, taking the stage on the shot, show where you're at. We're gonna see what's up with you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. What does the Moon of Gemini have in store for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant? So, what's the Moon and Gemini have for you, Leo, Ascendant? Leos, you're gonna pretty much um You're gonna be placed into situations and circumstances of having a seven of pentacles. What does this mean? You need to be on the outside looking in when it comes to things that you're trying to grow and build. So pretty much, you can be in situations where you're comfortable with growth. And you can be in situations of trying to figure out when your growth is going to be coming. So you got the seven of pentacles. We're going to see where I got that card. We're going to see what the sun of Aries wants you to take action toward, which is going to basically be a gift. All right, we got two cards. The sun of Aries wants you to pretty much express your feelings and emotions. So pretty much what does this mean? You got the five of pentacles. You can be pretty much in situations of getting out of a flunk or putting yourself into a flunk during the sun when it comes to your emotional connection to resources and material. And you got the star card, which is also the courage card, which is the opposite. So basically, what does this mean? This means you pretty much need to spend this mean you need to pretty much spend time towards this pretty much mean you need to pretty much be on the outside looking in, and you need to spend time towards what you're connected with. That's basically what does that mean. And what does the opportunities that you have coming your way? We're gonna see what the opportunity Gemini got coming. A lot of opportunities. The opportunity that Gemini is gonna be bringing is Queen of Swords, being open to receiving grand support. To add this up, we got 7 plus 5 plus 8 plus wait, 7 plus 5 plus 8 plus whatever. You did it with a similar. Wait, hold up. You did it with a semblance in Leo. You need to utilize the Leo energies, aka be a Leo. Just be yourself, Leo. That's basically what you need to do. Be yourself. Everybody see what's up when it comes to you Virgo someone in the sentences. What does the moon and Gemini need you to learn? With all the misunderstandings that Sun and Aries want you to take and with all the opportunities. So what does the moon and Gemini need you to learn during this time for you Virgo someone in the sentences? What does the moon and Gemini need you to learn? It needs you to learn how to value your money, your resources, and of course your material. Why do you have that card? What does the Sun of Aries want you to take action towards? So, Sun of Aries wants you to pretty much utilize the Eight of Cups. They want you to spend time towards things that truly matter and things that you need to leave behind. AKA, you got the red for passions and desires, you got the yellow for happiness. So, pretty much, the grass is green on the other side. That's what this card is saying. So, whatever you've been spending your time analyzing and getting worked up about, you need to let it go if it's not working in your favor. And what are the opportunities that you Virgo, someone in sentences are going to have for these 3 days? What are your opportunities, Virgo? You're going to have opportunities to do what you do best: give, support, and balance. Now, let's have a see. 6 plus 8 plus 2. You're dealing with a someone ascendant Libra, so you need to utilize the Libra energies. Compromise, balance, peace, harmony, relationships. All right, we're about to get into you, Libra, someone ascendant. What does the Gemini need you to do? What are the gifts that's going to come with that Gemini for you? What are going to be your gifts? What does the Gemini need you to do? Okay, so the Moon in Gemini needs you to be reacting and responding towards, initiating new ways on how to deal with your feelings and emotions when it comes to the things you value, the people you value, of course, connections. We're going to see why you have the Page of Cups, and we're going to see what the Sun of Aries is going to bring your way when it comes to oppositions. Oppositions ain't a bad thing. All about what you are experiencing going. So opposition is going to be the devil. Sun of Aries wants you to pretty much put boundaries, limitations, and restrictions on certain desires and certain things that you are pretty much been doing. Also, a collaboration with a person gets a thing. So be aware of that. Also, we're gonna see what are the opportunities for the Libra someone is going to what these energies. All right, we got two cards. The opportunities are King of Pentacles, giving you grand support when it comes to your resources, material, and maternal, and also falling into some form of a family comfortability and a marriage. This up and see what energies you're dealing with. You're dealing with a sun, moon, ascendant Leo. So Leo might be falling in love with you, or you need to utilize the Leo energy. You fixate on your own ways of feeling this emotion, which is about to get into you, Scorpio, sun, moon, ascendant. What does the moon in Gemini need you to do? Which is going to be certain misunderstanding. Misunderstandings can also be a good thing too. Separate. What does the moon in Gemini need you to do? Okay, so the moon in Gemini, want you to structure your emotions and your feelings on certain things. You can basically be very impatient or not want to wait too long, or you be in situations that pretty much taking that impatience and putting it towards patience. So you need to be patient towards your way of loving, nurturing, and caring when it comes to your feelings and emotions. We're going to see what the Sun of Aries wants you to do. That's going to be another misunderstanding. Sun of Aries wants you to take action towards initiating your ways of how to feel and see when it comes to your environment, your surroundings, your neighbors, your friends, and your way of thinking and communicating, the way you how you utilize your mental pursuits. We're going to see where you have the Three of Cups, and we're going to see the opportunities that Scorpios are going to have for the next few days. Opportunity that's going to be coming your way, Scorpios, is you giving your grand support when it comes to your love, nurturing, and your way of caring. Okay. Dealing with a someone sitting in Gemini, so use the moon in Gemini energy. You can just play out the characteristics of Gemini. And you'll be at it. Now we're about to get into you, Sagittarius. Someone that says, "What does the moon in Gemini need you to do?" And also, the moon in Gemini is going to be opposing you and bring opposition your way, or you can be the one that's opposite on this. What does the moon in Gemini need you to do, Sagittarius? Someone that says, "Moon in Gemini need you to spend time towards building and working on something, a goal, a desire, or a passion." We're going to see where you got the Eight of Pentacles, and we're going to see what the Sun of Aries needs you to do when it comes to gifts. Okay, the Sun of Aries wants you to put some form of faith, hope, and luck when it comes to your personal life and or having and opening the doors, right? And we're going to see why you got those cards, and we're going to see what are the opportunities for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. What are the opportunities for you guys? Okay, the opportunities is you're going to be pretty much receiving grand support when it comes to intellect and when it comes to ideas, conversations, feelings, emotions, and the Hierophant card. Here's a location where you can pretty much build and work on and establish some form of connection. Add this up. You're dealing with a someone sitting Sagittarius, so utilize the Sagittarius energy by being mutable, adaptable, and changeable. Be yourself, Sagittarius. Now we're gonna see what the Moon and Gemini need you to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant to do. Because the Moon and Gemini need you Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant to do. Okay, the Moon and Gemini need you to start initiating new ways of how to think and communicate when it comes to planting seeds. We're gonna see why you got the Page of Swords. We're gonna see what does the Sun of Aries need you to learn how to take. What does the Sun of Aries want you to learn how to take action on for you? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Sun of Aries wants you to take initiative action towards initiating new ways how to think and communicate. So we got double air right now. We're gonna see why you got the Ace of Swords, and we're gonna see why you have and we're gonna see what your opportunities are gonna be looking like for the next few days. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. You can have opportunities to steal ideas or get your ideas stolen, or you're gonna be the one on the outside looking in when it comes to sharing your ideas. 7 + 1 + 1. So you're dealing with a sun. You're dealing with a sun, moon, ascendant Sagittarius, and you need to utilize the Sagittarius energies towards being neutral, adaptable, and changeable when it comes to feeling extreme about your business. Now we're about to get into you, Aquarius, sun, moon, ascendant. What does the moon in Gemini need you to react and respond to? Right? What does the moon in Gemini need you to react and respond to for your Aquarius, sun, moon, ascendant? Okay. Moon and Gemini need you to pretty much be open towards receiving grant support when it comes to initiating the way to how to feel and see about your feelings and emotions and other people's feelings and emotions. And I also want you to pretty much utilize the Chariot card to get some form of movement going, which means don't fall short. Now we're going to see what the Sun of Aries wants you to take actions towards when it comes to your opportunities on that. What are the opportunities for the careers? The opportunity for you is the Hierophant card. So feeling, the feeling need to express yourself when it comes to your growth and things that you're building on. We're gonna see what other opportunities for you to create someone the same place for the next few weeks. Okay, your opportunities, Aquarius, is you pretty much initiating the ways of, is you pretty much focusing on building a home, family, and a foundation when it comes to structurizing your passions and your desires. You got 5 plus 7 plus 13 plus 4. You're dealing with a someone in Aquarius, or you're dealing with a Taurus. So either utilize a Taurus and Aquarius energy to fixate on your own ways of taking time, being down to earth and practical, and also pretty much just being yourself. And last but not least, we have Pisces Sun Moon. What does the Moon and Gemini need you guys to do and need you guys to learn? Pisces Sun Moon. Okay. The Moon and Gemini need you to be reacting, responding towards your environment. And watch out, you can also be pregnant, Pisces. You also got the this is the fishing, and you're going to be dreaming about fishes. Also, it wants you to react, respond towards your environment, your surroundings. The Empress card, and of course, it wants you to take Moon and Gemini wants you to take action and express yourself. You're gonna see what the Sun and Aries need you to pretty much do when it comes to mind pursuits. Semi sex side. What does the Sun and Aries want you Pisces something to do? The Sun and Aries want you to pay attention towards your emotional stance and you use your emotional stance towards helping and healing and being a service to people. And also, we're gonna see what are the opportunities for you Pisces come on for the next few days. What are your opportunities? Or you Pisces someone in the sentences, what are your opportunities? Okay, your opportunity is the judgment card. So you need to utilize your judgment towards cleaning up dirty skeletons out your closet, or you cleaning out the ocean and the river, making sure that you're not associating yourself with too much dead weight or dead energies or dead people, places, and things. And we're gonna add this up: 2 plus 6 plus 19 plus 3. You're dealing with a Gemini someone ascendant, or you need to utilize it. Gemini energy by being mutable and adaptable and changeable to work your way of thinking, communicating, and sharing ideas. And that's going to basically be the tarot card reading, or for Moon and Gemini and Sun and Aries, and may God be with everybody. All possibilities.